Thanks for being here today. Today's topic is spiritual awakening, or awakening in general. What is awakening? How do you know if you're awakened? How do you know if others are awakened? It's funny because every single person I talk to thinks that they're awakened. And depending on the context, let's say spiritual awakening. Oh, I had this epiphany one day, or I went to a healer and removed all my attachments, and I had a Kundalini awakening one day, and now I know everything, and or other types of awakening, political awakening, or what? Are you awakened because you questioned the other political party, or the other religion, or the other person? Did you even get to the point where you were strong enough to question your own? Okay, well, awakening. Awakening is not something that happens in an instant, and it is not something that you can pay someone else to do for you. It is not something that, oh, yay, you had a rush, a surge of energy going up and or down your spine, and now you're enlightened. And let me tell you something. If you're going around telling everybody how awakened you are, or enlightened, that's a sure indicator of how unawake you actually are. Because the series, the unfoldment, the process, is a shedding of layers, okay? And every time you get to one realization, you find out, holy crap, there's a million more under here that I didn't even know existed when I was stuck in whatever paradigm, belief system that you were in control of, that you gave your power away to. Now, we all do it, right? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not pointing fingers, oh, I'm so awakened and you're not, or anything like that, okay? But if we truly want to awaken, if that really is our goal, then we might want to start looking at things a little differently. God, sorry for that. Okay, if I hold it up here, I just hate holding the camera. Okay. I figure something out about that. Okay, so now you have this epiphany. You listen to some speaker or some radio show, or you read some book, and you think you're awakened, and now you can only hang out with people of that mindset, right? Because, those other people are just so unawakened. They're still sleeping. I just don't have time for that. But if you really were awakened, wouldn't you actually want to be in places where you think that other people might not get it? Not to forcefully beat anyone over the head, but to be there, to plant seeds, to live by example. Yeah, that's how you know if somebody is truly awakened. Do they actually practice what they preach? Do they live it? Or are they going around bashing everybody else? Okay, so, awakening. Now, once you know that some veils have been lifted and that there are many other worlds out there to explore, what do? Do you hide behind a computer screen and isolate yourself and watch videos or documentaries, The Secret, whatever? Or do you go in groups and forums and bash everyone else because they're not worshiping you and your rightness and the only way? Well, if we're all little pieces of the puzzle and we all have our individual paths, soul paths, would an awakened person judge another's? And if you are so great and enlightened and awakened, Why are you sitting there listening to other people all the time? Other people's meditations, other people's mantras, other people's affirmations, other people's books, other people's videos, other people's, obviously nothing wrong with watching videos. I watch videos, you watch videos, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But my videos are geared towards helping people figure things out on their own, right? And realize their own uniqueness, their own greatness, and realize that they were right all along, that everything is right here. Okay, so if you really are enlightened and awakened, why aren't you writing your own stuff and sharing of yourself? Why are you stuck? Eckhart Tolle says this, or, oh God, I love that when people are, you ask them what they think about something or how they feel, and they're like, oh, well, David Icke says this, Eckhart Tolle says this, George Kavaz, whoever says that. Who cares what that doesn't prove that you're enlightened. That proves that you are still a parrot and are unable to feel and think for yourself. Because if you actually were awakened on any level, you would know who you are, and you would know that it was about being present with where you are at and forging away at your own path, your own awakening, not, again, bashing other people over the head or telling them how stupid they are in forums or I'm so great or what did Jesus say? All of these things, all these miracles I perform, you can do even more. If the story is even true, but it sounds good, right? And I agree with that. So a real awakened person, or partially, because none of us are completely awakened. We're not going to be completely awakened until we're dead, dude. All right? So get over that. You did not. I'm glad you went to a retreat. I'm glad you took ayahuasca. I'm glad you did mushrooms. I'm glad you did acid. I'm glad you do whatever it is that you think you need to do to feel awake. But let me tell you, these are traps. Again, I see, okay, it's one thing to do these things once, maybe twice, couple years or whatever in between, okay? These should not be party drugs, and you definitely should not become dependent on them. I have seen so many people, they do it once or twice, and they have all these epiphanies, and yeah, they're gateways, they're doors. They will help you see that there is more than what you are accustomed to in your five sense reality. Okay, I get it. But when you start doing that stuff every week or multiple times a week or whatever, I've watched it. I've watched these people completely deteriorate and be taken over by some other entity. So again, if you are awakened, why do you need drugs all the time? Right? Okay. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Again, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with opening doors. And, if you are, in fact, ready to take the red pill? Or I can't even remember. The Matrix. If you are actually ready, it is not all fucking fairies and unicorns and rainbows and lollipops, all right? No, you're not going to become awakened because you watched a video or because whatever. You know how you'll become awakened? By getting out and doing it. By centering with yourself, being present, finding out who and what you are, and go forth. Multiply. Plant those seeds. Be the change, the awakened, enlightened being that you wish to see. Dang, I lost my train of thought. There was somewhere I was going to go. Oh, well. Okay, so maybe that just means I said enough. Be the person you pretend to be on Facebook It's one thing to know the rules or whatever you think the rules are, but again, if you think there's rules, then you're not exactly enlightened. It doesn't matter what religion you are or whatever. I mean, think about this. Every single religion and belief system, and how many different, like, just Christian religions in the United States are there? Thousands, thousands. Okay, and then bring all the other religions in, and everybody has the only way. This is the key to enlightenment. This is the only way. Well, how many gods? How many different gods told them that? But if we're all part of the same puzzle, all little pieces of God or what have you, then wouldn't all of them be all right on each individual soul path to enlightenment, awakening? Yeah, so when dealing with what you deem to be unawakened, unenlightened people, how about this? Let them be where they are. You don't have to prove your rightness or whatever. 'Cause look, even my own experiences, my own frickin' personal experiences, they were right for me at the time. It doesn't mean it was right for someone else. And you know what? Same experiences, different actions. Because what worked one time didn't work the next time. That's another sign of being awakened, right? Are you going to keep beating your head against a brick wall? Or are you going to try something different? Because there is more than one path, yet they all lead to Rome or whatever. Your individual destiny. How about that? Yeah. So let them be where they're at. If they don't agree with you in politics or 9/11 or gang stalking or natural health or whatever, your favorite car. Who cares? Political party, religious party, whatever. Who cares? Remember, there was a time where you were not exactly as you are today. And hopefully, man, because if you haven't changed, you have not even scratched the surface of the levels of awakening. Awakening requires living. You're not going to get it by hiding in a cave and you have to go out and do it. Okay, so when you're judging other people or I can't be around them because they just don't get it, or you go out there and do it. Look, when I lived in a lot of small towns and, you know, some self-proclaimed hillbillies, self-proclaimed rednecks, self-proclaimed crackers, you know, all different types of people. And people who thought they were awakened or whatever, or, you know, would, oh, why are you living there? You got to get out of there. That's such a drag. Oh, how could you hang out with those people? Look at them. They're just, you know, drunk fishermen or, you know, whatever. And I'm just like enjoying the ride thinking, wow, this is so cool. I get to learn from these people too. Yeah, because we are all students and teachers of one another. So yeah, they weren't exactly like me or you or whoever they wanted, you know, whoever you expected me to be hanging out with or whatever. But I was present, and that helped unlock more levels of awakening by not putting myself above whatever type of people you think you're above, by immersing myself in the time, space, culture, the present moment. Yeah, didn't push anything on anyone, didn't bash anyone, but anytime there was an opportunity to plant a seed, damn right I did. And even without saying anything, people wanted to know why I was different, why I was colorful, why I had a glow, why I had a light, why I did the things I did and acquired the knowledge that I had. So you can, if you want to awaken, realize everything is all about love and expansion, and people who are unawakened, they are on their path of expansion too. Okay? So do you want to love them and be there for them, or do you want to bash them and tell everyone how great you are, or even think it to yourself? Yeah, just because you don't say it out loud. We can see it in your comments. We can see it in your words. We can see it in your face. I mean, because again, what is awakening? You're in touch with that which is beyond the five senses. Okay, it's not just finding out that 9/11 was a lie. Or it's not just finding out that you can astral travel. And it's not just listening to TED Talks. It's going out, going forth, and living. All right, have a great day. Bye.